My grandfather owned a jewelry store in a real small mining town, and it was a jewelry store slash pawn shop slash sporting goods store.
Are they mining diamonds by any chance?
No, the town mined Millennium. It was in Leadville, Colorado. He passed away 10 years ago, and this is one of the pieces that was in all of the things that he left for me.
From the legacy of a small-town jeweler in Leadville, Colorado, this ring emerges as a piece far more significant than its modest origins might suggest. Though long believed to have been handcrafted within the family, closer inspection reveals a different and far more distinguished provenance. The ring features a remarkable Asher-cut diamond weighing approximately 5.2 carats, a cut celebrated for its geometric precision and Hall of Mirrors effect, producing a deep, mesmerizing play of light rather than surface brilliance. Graded at G color and VVS2 clarity, the diamond represents an exceptional combination of near-colorless tone and extremely high clarity, placing it firmly within the upper echelon of fine gemstones. Stones of this caliber are rare in any era, but particularly so in antique cuts, where both size and quality are seldom found together. The mounting itself is crafted in platinum, featuring delicate, pierced, or open work, detailing along with diamond-set shoulders, all characteristic of early 20th century design. A hallmark within the ring identifies its maker as Burke's, a highly respected Canadian firm active during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Known for their superior craftsmanship and use of high-quality materials, Burke's produced jewelry that rivaled the finest European and American houses of the time. This places the ring's creation firmly between 1915 and 1920. Aligning with the transition into the Art Deco aesthetic, where symmetry and structural elegance became defining features.
I'd say that if you were to walk into a retail store today and try and purchase a ring like this, it would easily cost you $165,000 to $175,000.
Really? Okay.
Well, I brought my engagement ring, which was given to me about 35 years ago, I guess. My fiancé and I were trying to decide what kind of ring to get, and he very generously offered to take me to New York City. So we went to New York and went to meet an elderly gentleman who sold stones, and out of his safe,
Chosen from a tray of loose stones in a quiet New York meeting decades ago, this diamond stood out, not for its size alone, but for a color so unexpected it redefined what a diamond could be. Acquired in the mid-1970s and accompanied by early certification from the Gemological Institute of America, the stone belongs to the rare category of natural-colored diamonds, specifically identified as a fancy intense yellow. Weighing approximately 3.4 carats, the diamond is fashioned in a modern round brilliant cut, a style optimized for maximum light return and brilliance. What distinguishes this stone, however, is its color saturation. Within the grading hierarchy for yellow diamonds, which ranges from faint tones to vivid intensity, fancy intense represents a high level of chromatic concentration. Based on visual assessment, the color is not only strong but exceptionally vibrant, with the potential, upon re-evaluation under modern standards, to approach the even rarer, fancy vivid classification. Clarity is another strength of the stone, contributing to its overall optical performance. Unlike many colored diamonds, where inclusions can diminish transparency, this example maintains a clean appearance, allowing the saturated yellow hue to display with remarkable purity. The combination of size, color, and clarity places it firmly within the upper tier of collectible gemstones. It is also worth noting that grading standards for colored diamonds have evolved since the 1970s. A resubmission to the Gemological Institute of America today could yield a slightly different and potentially higher classification, further enhancing its market position.
A fancy intense or better natural yellow diamond. I could easily see this selling for about $140,000 to $160,000.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I just can't even believe that.
It's a really beautiful stone. It's a really special stone.
Oh, I can't believe it. I'm not going to be able to get up out of my chair.
It belonged to my great-great-grandmother. I don't think it was an engagement ring because I think back in those days, and she died in 1912, that they weren't given engagement rings. I have a portrait of her and she has her wedding ring on, but this ring is not there.
It is often the pieces that were quietly kept, rather than prominently worn, that carry the most compelling stories. This ring, inherited from a great-great-grandmother who passed away in the early 20th century, emerges as a refined example of antique jewelry whose significance becomes clear only under careful examination. Executed in platinum and set with diamonds surrounding a central sapphire, the ring is firmly rooted in the aesthetics of the Edwardian era. This period is known for its light, intricate designs, and exceptional attention to detail. The mounting displays delicate mill-grain work, with fine beaded edges that enhance brilliance. On either side of the center stone are old European cut diamonds, a hallmark of early 20th century craftsmanship. The sapphire at the center defines the piece. Its rich, luminous blue immediately signals a gemstone of high caliber. Within gemology, origin is critical when evaluating sapphires. During this era, the most sought-after sources were Burma and the Kashmir region of northern India. Kashmir sapphires, discovered after a landslide in 1880, are especially revered for their velvety texture and saturated blue color. The deposits were exhausted within a very short period, making these stones exceptionally rare today. Based on visual characteristics, this sapphire strongly suggests a Kashmir origin, though confirmation would require laboratory analysis.
Which I feel pretty confident it is. At auction, I think we're looking at somewhere between $100,000 and $150,000.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's quite something.
I hope that you do continue to wear it because a sapphire like this really does deserve to be seen.
Yes, it does.
This was my mother's ring. This is from her second marriage. She was married to a man from Beverly Hills, and she met him in San Antonio. And within a couple of weeks, I think they eloped. I think it was just a couple of weeks of knowing each other. And when she came back, they went on a trip to Beverly Hills, where he had a home there as well as in San Antonio.
So when did your stepfather buy this for your mother?
Some jewels endure not because of the stories behind them, but because of the exceptional quality they embody. This remarkable diamond ring, acquired in the early 1970s, stands as a refined example of timeless elegance paired with superior gemstone characteristics. At its center is an emerald-cut diamond, weighing just over 5 carats, a cut that rose to prominence during the Art Deco period for its clean, linear geometry. Unlike brilliant cuts designed for maximum sparkle, the emerald cut emphasizes clarity and structure. Its step-cut facets create a hall of mirrors effect, drawing the eye deep into the stone. In this case, the diamond exhibits extraordinary clarity, with virtually no visible inclusions, and presents a near colorless grade, making it particularly desirable among collectors and connoisseurs. The setting is equally classic, a platinum mount with a 4-pronged structure securing the central stone, complemented by 2 tapered baguette diamonds on either side. This balanced architectural design enhances the prominence of the center diamond while maintaining a sense of restraint and sophistication. Although no maker's mark is visible on the band, supporting documentation confirms its association with Van Cleef and Arpels. The absence of a signature is not uncommon, as resizing often results in the removal of such markings.
If this were at auction, would probably estimate it $80,000 to $120,000. And if you were going to insure it, I'd probably recommend insuring it around $140,000.
Oh, great. Well, that's a fantastic. That's nice.
So, yeah, the Denny diamond's doing well.
I'll have to get some insurance on it. Thank you.
About 20 years ago, my husband and I were in New Orleans, and I love the auction houses, and we happened to walk by, and I saw a baroness was having a bunch of her pieces being auctioned off. I saw that ring, and I knew it was mine. And when I found out it was from a baroness, well, that even made it more special to me. And I decided before purchasing it.
To confirm its authenticity, an appraiser was called to examine it before purchase. In a dramatic twist, the appraiser attempted to buy the ring directly from the auction house while on site, despite being paid to evaluate it. The auction house insisted he could only bid on the official sale day, creating a memorable moment of tension and excitement. The ring was ultimately purchased for around $20,000 and quickly became a cherished treasure. The ring itself is a stunning example of mid-20th century craftsmanship. It features a European-cut diamond, weighing approximately 5.8 carats, with a warm K color and VS2 clarity, making it exceptionally clean and brilliant. The stone is set in a platinum mounting, designed with additional elegance that adds $8,000 in value. The European cut, popular in earlier decades, gives the diamond a refined sparkle with well-defined facets, enhancing its brilliance even in softer light. Its warmth and clarity suggest careful selection of the stone, and the platinum setting ensures durability while highlighting the diamond's beauty. The combination of carat weight, clarity, and classic design makes this ring not only a visually stunning piece, but also historically significant, reflecting the era's aesthetic standards and the prestige of its aristocratic origin.
Should I quit working in my garden with it?
I would say yes.
Okay.
Retail value on the diamond, we're looking at $130,000.
Oh, you're kidding me. Oh my gosh, really?
And the setting adds another $8,000.
That's unreal. I really got a good deal. I guess that's why the guy wanted to buy it out from under me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Very much.
Well, we have here a ring that was originally purchased by my dad's boss for his first wife in the 1950s. Unfortunately, she passed away, and he gave it to his second wife. She chose to sell it, and she offered my parents the ring. My dad misunderstood the price, and so when she came to deliver the ring and pick up the check,
Sometimes, a single misunderstanding can turn into an extraordinary acquisition. What began as a pricing mistake in the late 1970s ultimately revealed itself as a remarkable example of mid-century diamond jewelry, centered around a rare and highly desirable colored stone. This ring, originally manufactured in the 1950s in the United States, reflects the transitional elegance of post-war design. The mounting combines 1/4-carat yellow gold at the base with a platinum top, a practical yet refined approach typical of the era. Surrounding the center are approximately 1 carat of smaller diamonds, but they serve primarily as accents, as the true significance of the piece lies in its central gemstone. The focal point is a round, brilliant yellow diamond weighing approximately 7.85 carats, with the possibility of exceeding 8 carats. Yellow diamonds derive their color from the presence of nitrogen within their crystal structure, a natural phenomenon studied within gemology. In this case, the stone falls into the fancy yellow category, with potential for even stronger saturation once removed from its setting and formally graded. What makes this diamond particularly notable is not only its size and color, but also its shape. Fancy colored diamonds are more commonly fashioned into cushion or radiant cuts to maximize color intensity, making a round example of this scale far less typical. The clarity, assessed at least at VS2 with potential for VS1, further enhances its rarity, while the absence of fluorescence contributes positively to its market desirability.
Now, if it's over 8 carats, all bets are off, and the ring could be 100,000 to 150,000.
wow.
And that's at
Wow.
auction.
Do the diamonds around it add into the value of it?
Well, there's another carat of diamonds there.
Mm-hmm.
The fact of the matter is there's probably about $1,000 in the mounting.
Okay.
It's all about the diamond right now.
Right. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Well, this ring belonged to my grandmother, and she purchased it from one Emily von Blankendorf in 1935 for $500. And the idea was Emily had fallen on hard times, and she needed some money, and my grandmother was able to help her out with the idea that she could buy the ring back when she got back on her feet again.
Some jewels transcend their material value, carrying within them the quiet imprint of lives shaped by circumstance. This ring, acquired during a moment of financial hardship with the promise of redemption that never came, stands today as both an object of beauty and a testament to history. Purchased in 1935, during the lingering effects of the Great Depression, the ring reflects a period when even exceptional gemstones could change hands under pressing conditions. There is credible indication that the sapphire may have originated from Russia and was later reset into an American mounting, a practice frequently seen when significant jewels were relocated. At its center is an impressive sapphire, estimated at approximately 12 to 13 carats. The stone displays a distinctive purple tone and, more importantly, strong evidence suggesting it has not been heat-treated. Within gemology, untreated sapphires of this size and clarity are exceedingly rare. The presence of internal silk inclusions, formed naturally during the gemstone's growth, further supports its untreated status and enhances its desirability among collectors. The mounting, executed in an American style, allows the sapphire to dominate the visual composition. Although one of the side diamonds has been replaced, the integrity of the piece remains intact. The stone's pronounced depth and density, consistent with sapphire's physical properties, reinforce its substantial carat weight.
There's quality of clarity. As a retail price, this piece of jewelry can be worth between $60,000 and $120,000.
My goodness.
I brought this diamond and sapphire ring that belonged probably to my husband's grandmother, probably from the early 1900s, but I really don't have much history about it. I just think it's a really beautiful ring, and I've usually in the past only worn it like if I was getting really dressed up, going to an occasion.
Walking into the auction room, this ring immediately stands out, not just for its sparkle, but for the story it carries through time. It is a diamond and sapphire ring, likely crafted in the early 20th century, around 1925, showcasing the elegance and precision of the era. The centerpiece is a sapphire of approximately 3.65 carats, flanked by two antique-cut pear-shaped diamonds, weighing about 0.75 carats each. The setting features intricate milligraining and filigree work, accented with old European-cut diamonds totaling around 0.65 carats, demonstrating the artistry and attention to detail of early 20th century jewelers. This piece is further distinguished by its provenance. The interior of the hoop bears the mark of Tiffany & Co., a brand synonymous with exceptional craftsmanship and premium materials. The sapphire's rich royal blue suggests Burmese origin, famed for producing some of the world's most sought-after sapphires. While a gemological certificate could confirm its origin and any treatments, the beauty and color alone already make it remarkable. The combination of the sapphire, diamonds, platinum filigree, and Tiffany hallmark places this ring among the finest jewelry of its time.
Without knowing exactly what it is, but assuming that it's probably Burma, conservatively at auction, this ring is in the neighborhood of $30,000 to $50,000.
Oh, my goodness, wow.
So you absolutely want to have that extra homework done.
Right.
And probably want to have it insured if you're going to wear it, because the insurance could be upwards of $100,000.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
My grandmother bought it many, many years ago. I've been keeping it in the bottom of my sock drawer. My husband finally said that he thought it probably deserved to be in the safe deposit box, so that's where it's been recently.
Carefully tucked away for generations, this remarkable ring emerges from the quiet intimacy of a family heirloom into the spotlight as an extraordinary example of antique fine jewelry. At its center lies a striking yellow diamond of approximately 6.5 carats, cut in the old mine style, a historic technique that predates the modern brilliant cut. Unlike today's precision-cut diamonds, this older method features larger, broader facets, allowing the stone to display a rich play of light and a warm, lively fire that shifts beautifully across its surface. The setting is equally significant, reflecting the refined aesthetics of the Edwardian era. Crafted in platinum and accented with smaller diamonds, the mounting enhances the natural beauty of the center stone without artificially intensifying its yellow tone. This deliberate choice of material demonstrates a high level of design sophistication, likely pointing to American craftsmanship from the early 1900s. The balance between stone and setting results in a piece that is both elegant and historically resonant. From a gemological perspective, the diamond would benefit from certification by the Gemological Institute of America to accurately determine the strength and classification of its color. In the world of colored diamonds, such distinctions are crucial, as even slight variations in hue and saturation can significantly impact value.
If it were a piece that were to come into auction, you're looking at an auction estimate of about $70,000 to about $90,000.
Oh my!
It's stunning.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Oh my!
Thank you for bringing it in.
Thank you.
Do you have any other questions?
Do you have a tissue?
Unfortunately, no. I'm so sorry.
Oh my!
Enjoy it and put it in the vault.
Yes, ma'am.
It's an inherited family heirloom from my mother-in-law. I opened a box with this and it was such a gorgeous emerald. I mean, it just really caught my eye, and I've been wearing it. I love it. And I'm very fortunate that my husband is an only child because he can't wear it.
Some heirlooms captivate instantly, not just for their beauty, but for the quiet authority of their craftsmanship. The moment this emerald ring emerges from its case, its presence is undeniable, a striking survivor from one of the most refined periods in jewelry history. This piece dates to the 1920s to 1930s and stands as a superb example of Art Deco design. At its center is a remarkable emerald cut in the rare sugar loaf form, a softly domed, pyramid-like shape designed specifically to intensify the richness of the gemstone's color. Unlike faceted emerald cuts, this style emphasizes depth and saturation, drawing the eye into a vivid, almost luminous green. The emerald itself is of exceptional quality, likely originating from Colombia, widely regarded as the premier source for the finest emeralds. Its clarity, described as top crystal, and its pure, saturated hue place it among the most desirable examples within gemology. Surrounding the center stone is an elegant arrangement of diamonds, including elongated baguettes and distinctive bullet-shaped stones, alongside rare hexagonal-cut diamonds. These geometric elements create a dynamic yet balanced composition, characteristic of high Art Deco craftsmanship. Though the ring bears no hallmark, its construction strongly suggests an American origin, reflecting the precision and bold aesthetic favored during the period. The mounting integrates the stones seamlessly, enhancing the emerald's prominence without overwhelming it.
In the right conditions, at auction, would bring anywhere between $70,000 and $90,000.
Whoa! Oh my gosh!
That's why I'm really glad you didn't break it apart.
Oh, there's no way! Oh my gosh, Peter, thank you so much.
Well, thank you for bringing this great Art Deco emerald ring into the roadshow today.
I'm
really
afraid to wear
special.
it now.
No, enjoy it. That's what your mother-in-law would have wanted.
Right, she would have.
It was my uncle's. He was a career Army officer. He enlisted at the beginning of World War II, and he stayed in until 1961. He loved this. He wore it a lot, and he never married, never had children, so it was part of his estate, and his sister gave me all of the jewelry that he had. So that's when this came to me.
Some objects carry the quiet weight of a life well traveled. This imposing jade ring, once worn by a career military officer who spent decades moving across continents, reflects not only personal history, but also the enduring cultural reverence for jade in Asia. The ring likely dates from the 1920s to the 1940s, a period when high-quality jade was widely sourced and crafted in East Asia. In regions such as China and Japan, jade has long been regarded with a significance comparable to diamonds in the West, a distinction deeply rooted in tradition and aesthetics within gemology. The stone here is cut as a cabochon, meaning it is smoothly polished rather than faceted, a standard approach that enhances jade's natural color and translucency rather than brilliance. What immediately stands out is the scale of the gemstone. Jade rings of this size are exceptionally rare, and size alone significantly elevates its desirability. The color is a rich, saturated green with relatively even distribution, though under light, subtle variations and lighter areas emerge. This indicates that while the jade is of high quality, it does not reach the absolute top tier of perfectly uniform imperial jade. Even so, its clarity, mass, and visual presence make it a highly compelling piece. The mounting is crafted in 1/8 karat gold, confirmed both by Western and Asian hallmarks, further supporting its authenticity and origin. The absence of a major luxury retailer's mark suggests it was likely produced for a regional market rather than an international jewelry house. Importantly, the stone appears untreated, which is critical in jade valuation, as untreated jade commands a substantial premium over enhanced material.
So, in the market today, I'm going to give you a range because it's very hard to pinpoint it because of the size. I would say you're looking at an auction evaluation of $60,000 to $80,000.
Wow, I think I'll have to raise my insurance rates.
It's my grandmother's ring that she bought in 1935. Her diary, I have an entry that she purchased it in Bangkok, Siam, which is now Thailand. But I don't know if that was the stone or the setting that she purchased then, because I also have some family lore that she maybe got it in Ceylon, which is now Sri Lanka. That part is one of my question marks, as is the actual setting, which I know is platinum.
Emerging from a story that spans continents and generations, this ring immediately commands attention as an exceptional example of early 20th century gemstone artistry. Acquired in 1935, possibly in Bangkok, then part of Siam, or perhaps linked to Ceylon, now Sri Lanka, the piece carries with it a layered and somewhat elusive provenance. At its center is a remarkable natural sapphire, measuring over 15 carats, a size that alone places it among the most significant gemstones encountered in auction settings. What distinguishes this sapphire further is its cut. Unlike the more common cushion or oval shapes typically used to maximize brilliance in sapphires, this stone is fashioned in an emerald cut, a style that demands exceptional clarity and precision. The result is a refined, mirror-like depth rather than overt sparkle, emphasizing the purity and richness of the stone's color. The presence of an early certification from the Gemological Institute of America, dating back to 1969, adds another layer of importance, as such early colored stone reports are rarely encountered and reinforce the gemstone's authenticity as a natural sapphire. The mounting is a superb representation of the Art Deco period, executed in platinum with finely engraved shoulders and a bold architectural structure reminiscent of skyscraper forms of the era. Its design confidently allows the sapphire to stand alone without the distraction of accent stones, a choice that speaks to both the quality and visual authority of the gem itself. Value in sapphires of this caliber is heavily influenced by geographic origin, Should the stone be confirmed as originating from Sri Lanka, it already commands a significant price per carat. If traced to Burma, now Myanmar, its value increases substantially, while a Kashmir origin would elevate it into the highest tier of rarity and desirability.
So this ring, the lowest value at auction is $150,000 to $250,000.
Oh my gosh.
If it's a Burma, you're at $300,000. If it's a cashmere, you're at $750,000. So, are you wearing it?
I guess I would have to have a very special occasion to
Yeah.
put that on, but wow.
And once we can determine the country of origin, then you could have it insured.
Yeah.
And then worn or not.
Gotcha.
Well, I think you're a lucky gal.
Wow.
This is a fabulous ring, fabulous stone.
My daddy bought this ring for my mom after she fell into the Arkansas River off of our houseboat. The Delta Queen was docking at the Island Harbor Marina in Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Panic set in until her father and brothers jumped in to rescue her. Everyone held their breath, and finally, she was pulled back safely. The incident left the family shaken, grateful, and determined to mark the moment of survival in a lasting way. The father sold the houseboat the very next day, and, as a symbol of relief and enduring love, purchased this remarkable ring. It was bought from a friend named Zappy, who jokingly mentioned he needed to sell the ring before his girlfriend forced him into marriage. The serendipity of the purchase added a personal touch to the story, making this piece not just a ring, but a memory frozen in platinum and diamonds. Over the years, the ring became a beloved token worn at countless family gatherings, luncheons, and celebrations, embodying both elegance and sentiment. From a gemological perspective, the ring is a spectacular 1950s American creation. The platinum mounting is strong yet refined, featuring a central round, brilliant cut diamond just under 3.5 carats, slightly fluorescent, giving it an extra pop under sunlight. Surrounding it are additional diamonds in both round and baguette cuts, totaling around 1.8 carats, making the full diamond weight exceed 5 carats. The graduated setting enhances visual balance, while the combination of cuts reflects mid-century design trends that merge geometric structure with fluid elegance.
So the ring has a total carat weight above 5 carats. A retail value today for this ring is in the range of $60,000 to $70,000.
Jeez, oh, Peto. Wow. Man, I better get some insurance on it.
It is an engagement ring from my husband.
I hope you said yes, right?
Oh, yes, yes, I did.
Have you ever had the ring appraised before?
I have had the ring appraised, but the appraiser was uncertain about the actual price because of the origin. She was confusing it maybe with a Cartier and wasn't sure because of the markings.
Unconventional at first glance, this engagement ring immediately distinguishes itself from traditional designs, revealing a bold and sophisticated aesthetic rooted in early 20th century craftsmanship. At its center is a diamond of approximately 5 carats, cut in an unusual fat pear shape, a fuller, more rounded variation of the classic pear cut. This form, combined with the characteristics of an old European cut, produces a softer, more diffused brilliance compared to modern stones, giving the diamond a warm, almost romantic glow rather than sharp sparkle. Color plays a subtle but important role in the stone's appeal. Falling between near colorless and faint yellow, it exhibits a delicate pale tone that enhances its individuality. Rather than diminishing its value, this gentle warmth contributes to the diamond's character, aligning well with the design sensibilities of the period. Estimating such a stone presents challenges, as its hybrid shape resists standard measurement formulas, further emphasizing its uniqueness. The mounting is a refined example of the Art Deco style, likely crafted around 1920. Its clean lines and sculptural elegance reflect the geometric sophistication associated with American jewelry houses of the time, possibly originating from major centers such as New York, Boston, or Philadelphia. Although it bears the maker's mark K and F, the exact workshop remains unidentified, adding an element of mystery to the piece. The absence of a prominent signature such as Cartier does not detract from its quality, but instead positions it as a rare, one-of-a-kind creation outside the mainstream canon.
I think you're going to have to spend at least $55,000 to $65,000. I can't imagine. Yeah, and who would have it? You'd have to go to some fancy shop that carries esoteric, one-of-a-kind diamonds. You can't comp this out. So I would say a retail value is between $55,000 and $65,000.
That is incredible. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for bringing it in, and I love the photo. I love the whole feeling of it.
You're welcome.
It was in some items that came from my great aunt, who was kind of a unique individual, and she loved to go to sales and collect stuff, and we loved her. She died when I was a teenager, and she left an apartment near the cathedral in St. Paul just full of stuff. And I took some of her things because a lot of people said it's just junk.
Not every heirloom announces itself at first glance. Some wait patiently, hidden among ordinary things, until chance brings them back into the light. This ring surfaced from a collection of belongings once gathered by a relative known for frequenting estate sales and accumulating curiosities others dismissed as trivial. After years of sitting unnoticed inside the drawer of an old sewing machine, it was only discovered by accident, tucked within a simple muslin bag during a moment of restoration after a house fire. What appeared to be just another forgotten object revealed itself as something far more significant. Upon examination, the ring presents as an exceptionally well-preserved example of early 20th century craftsmanship dating to approximately 1910-1915. It is fashioned in platinum, a metal prized at the time for its durability and ability to support intricate detailing. The setting features delicate millgrain work that remains remarkably crisp, suggesting the ring saw little to no wear over its lifetime. The composition follows a classic three-stone arrangement, a central diamond weighing approximately 2.5 carats, flanked by two side stones of about 1 carat each. In terms of color, the diamonds fall within the G to H range on the GIA scale, appearing near colorless and visually bright. Clarity is estimated at SI1 to SI2, indicating the presence of inclusions under magnification, though they do not significantly detract from the stone's overall brilliance. Notably, one of the side stones appears slightly cleaner than the others.
Because this is a vintage ring, it's quite desirable. I would say an auction estimate would be conservatively said at $30,000 to $50,000.
Wow, who knew? Laying in the bottom of the bag.
My husband gave it to me 10 years ago for our anniversary. I know it's 11 carats of sapphire, 5 carats of diamond, in a platinum setting, and it's marked Cartier.
Okay, great.
An anniversary gift like this does more than mark a moment. At first glance, the ring reveals a quiet sophistication where fine craftsmanship and exceptional gemstones come together in a composition that immediately commands attention. Signed by Cartier, the piece is associated with one of the most respected names in high jewelry. Although no formal documentation confirms its exact origin, the design and construction suggest it was likely created between the 1950s and 1970s, a period known for elegant yet bold gemstone settings. The centerpiece is an impressive pear-shaped sapphire weighing approximately 11 carats. Its vivid cornflower blue color strongly points to a Sri Lankan origin, historically referred to as Ceylon, a region renowned for producing some of the world's finest sapphires. Surrounding the central stone are approximately 5 carats of diamonds, including pear-shaped and other fancy cuts, all set in platinum to enhance brilliance and durability. From a gemological standpoint, the sapphire is the primary driver of value. Stones of this size and color are increasingly sought after, particularly in the auction market. The Cartier signature further elevates the ring, adding provenance and collector appeal.
I would say for auction purposes, you would be looking at an estimate of $40,000 to $60,000.
My gosh, I don't believe it.
It's
fantastic.
It's
beautiful. Is that just for the sapphire or for the whole ring?
The sapphire really dictates the value.
Okay.
But the fact that it is signed Cartier does help as well.
The ring belonged to my grandmother, who was born in, I think, 1895. I really don't know much about it. I did not know her very well. I only met her a couple of times during my life, and the ring came to my mother, and my mother wore it quite a bit. My mother never told me anything about it, so I just wear it. Never had it appraised. I was afraid that it might just be a piece of glass. So I thought, well, I'll bring it and let's see what it is.
Bold in scale, yet refined in execution, this ring captures the enduring appeal of early 20th century design. At first glance, its commanding presence is defined by a substantial emerald-cut diamond. But a closer appraisal reveals a carefully balanced composition rooted in the aesthetics of the Art Deco period. Created in the 1920s, the ring exemplifies the era's preference for clean geometry and architectural symmetry. The central diamond, weighing approximately 3.3 carats, is cut in the emerald style, known for its elongated facets and mirror-like reflections. This cut emphasizes clarity and structure over brilliance, offering a sophisticated, understated radiance. The stone is graded around SI1 clarity, with slight internal inclusions, and H color, placing it in the near-colorless range with a bright visual appearance. Accentuating the center are 2 straight baguette diamonds, each measuring approximately 0.15 carats. Unlike the more commonly seen tapered baguettes of the period, these straight stones contribute to a stronger linear aesthetic. They are set in a channel-style mounting, where metal bars separate and secure each stone, reinforcing the ring's geometric precision. The mounting itself is crafted in platinum, a hallmark of fine jewelry from this era due to its strength and ability to support intricate, minimal settings. The absence of a maker's mark is not uncommon for pieces of this period, though the construction strongly suggests American origin, likely from a major jewelry center such as New York.
It's a very popular style. So it's a really timeless piece.
Oh, gee, that's great.
I would expect an insurance estimate of about $50,000. If you had to go out and replace it, I would expect to see that for insurance purposes.
Okay. That's more money than I ever thought.
My grandmother got married to my grandfather in 1935. My grandfather didn't have a lot of money, and it was right in the heart of the Great Depression. And he gave her a very, very small diamond in a large ring. She always vowed that she would get a larger diamond. Her father passed, and she had a bit of money. She saved up money for years, and she went to a jeweler in New York City and wanted the biggest diamond that she could possibly get for the amount of money that she had. That's what it is. What she told me was,
Some pieces of jewelry carry the weight of personal dreams and historic moments, and this ring is a perfect example. It was created in New York City between the late 1950s and early 1960s, during a time when commissioning a high-quality diamond was a major investment. The central diamond is an impressive emerald-cut stone of roughly 3.5 carats, set in a straightforward yet elegant platinum mounting, typical of mid-23th century craftsmanship. Flanking the main stone are smaller emerald-cut diamonds, which enhance the overall presence of the ring without significantly affecting its value. The diamond itself shows a slight KL color and clarity around SI1, SI2, meaning it has minor inclusions that do not detract from its brilliance. The focus of the piece is the stone rather than the setting, reflecting the taste of a wearer who valued substance over ornamentation. Beyond its physical attributes, the ring carries the story of its original owner, a woman of modesty and strong taste, who sought a stone worthy of her lifelong dreams and kept it carefully preserved over decades. This combination of artistry and personal history makes the ring exceptionally compelling.
But most of the value is in the stone itself. We estimate that a retail value is probably at least $40,000.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea. I had no idea. This is the one big thing she wanted in life. And wow. Wow. I'm shocked, beyond shocked. Oh, she was so good to me and my mom. I can't believe it. It's like she's still up there looking out for us.
Well, this ring is my inheritance from my parents. And the ring was actually bought at an estate sale back in the 40s or 50s by a couple that I considered surrogate grandparents. And when the wife of that couple died, my parents purchased it for $500 in the mid-70s.
Every so often, a ring carries more than just brilliance. It carries time itself. This remarkable piece, quietly passing through generations after being discovered at an estate sale, reveals the enduring allure of antique diamond craftsmanship. The ring dates to around 1900 to 1910, a period when jewelers began combining platinum with yellow gold to achieve both strength and visual contrast. Its design, often referred to as a princess style in antique terminology, reflects early 20th century aesthetics, where structure and symmetry framed the gemstone rather than overwhelming it. At the center lies an old European cut diamond, identifiable by its rounded shape, high crown, and open cullet, a hallmark of hand-cut stones before modern precision techniques emerged. What distinguishes this diamond is its color. Unlike typical white diamonds, this stone displays a rich, saturated hue classified within gemology as fancy, intense yellow. Such coloration occurs naturally due to nitrogen within the crystal lattice, and stones of this depth of color are considerably rarer. Surrounding the center are approximately 2.5 carats of additional old-cut diamonds, contributing both brilliance and historical cohesion to the piece. The absence of maker's marks makes precise attribution difficult, yet the materials, craftsmanship, and cutting style firmly anchor it in the early 20th century. Importantly, in today's market, certification plays a critical role. While the diamond's natural color is evident to a trained eye, formal documentation confirming its status as a natural, fancy, intense yellow significantly impacts value.
I think the mounting alone is worth over $5,000. So think insurance replacement in the market today with a certificate would be over $60,000
that's wonderful.
in the market. Without the certificate stating that it is natural, fancy, intense, you're at about $30,000. Big difference.
Yes.
I brought a ring that was in my family for many years. My great-great-grandfather immigrated to Milwaukee in 1864. He was 19 years old. He was an apprentice jeweler. He started a family there, but then moved to Chicago, where he opened a jewelry store. He had that for many years, I don't know how long. And this was from his jewelry store. It was given to my grandmother, who in turn gave it to my aunt. Aunt Betty was very close with our family. She would come to our house in Michigan, and she came for Sunday dinner, and she gave this to me when she was ill, or was getting older.
At its center are two diamonds of remarkable similarity, both fashioned in the old European cut, a style characterized by a round outline, high crown, and open cullet. These features distinguish it from modern, brilliant cuts and produce a softer, more romantic light performance. The stones weigh approximately 2 and 2.05 carats respectively, an almost perfectly matched pair, which is exceedingly difficult to achieve even in contemporary sourcing. In gemological terms, such matching significantly enhances value, as it may require sorting through thousands of stones to find comparable size, proportion, and optical harmony. In terms of color, the diamonds fall within the H to I range, meaning they appear near colorless to the naked eye, particularly under natural light where their brilliance becomes more pronounced. Clarity is also strong, with only a minor chip observed along the girdle of one stone, likely from incidental impact. This is a correctable condition issue and does not materially detract from the overall quality. The mounting itself appears to be slightly later than the stones, suggesting the diamonds were reset at some point, a common practice to preserve and modernize heirloom gems. Based on stylistic and technical analysis, the diamonds likely date to the early 1900s, aligning with the transitional period of European cut dominance.
These two stones in a retail situation today would easily be about $15,000 each, so you're looking at $30,000 for the two diamonds.
That's remarkable news. Lovely, lovely.
A little more than $2,000.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much.
It originally belonged to my great-grandmother who lived in Lincoln, Nebraska. My aunt ended up with it, and she unfortunately passed away, so then my dad got it, and then he passed it on to me about a year and a half, 2 years ago, right before he passed away.
Well, what we have in the center is an Australian opal.
Oh.
Technically, this is called a boulder opal because you have the beautiful play of colors on the front side and you see the brown matrix on the back side of the opal. When we look at the sides of the ring, it's got a lovely palmette on either shoulder, and that would be a motif taken from Egyptian art.
Oh my gosh.
So we start with the top and we look at this as a beautiful piece of art. It's an art jewel.
Oh my goodness.
We know that the ring was made to frame the stone in particular. And when we take this ring and we look at it on the shoulder specifically, there are extra leaf motifs on the undercarriage of the ring.
I did notice it said Marcus and Company inside.
Marcus and Company was an American manufacturer based in New York City. They were open between 1892 and 1962. So they were known for making very fine pieces. They were specialists in enamel work, which is on full display in this lovely ring. The metal is actually stamped 14 karat gold, and that is normal for US made pieces. I think based on the motifs and the materials that we're working with, it's safe to say that this ring would be an Art Nouveau item.
Okay.
That would roughly date to 1900.
Okay. Oh.
It's,
oh gosh.
It's fantastic. So you have a lot in your favor, a beautiful ring, a piece of artwork that's wearable, fantastic name, desirable period in time. At auction, you could anticipate an estimate of $8,000 to $10,000.
Oh my gosh. Really? Oh my goodness.
It's a fabulous jewel. This is a one-of-a-kind piece.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, I'm just kind of speechless right now.
If this were to be appraised for insurance purposes, you would probably be looking anywhere $25,000 to $30,000.
Oh no, really?
Yes.
Okay, I need to put it someplace other than my drawer.
I bought it at auction, got it home, and I noticed it had a lot of sparkle. It was sold to me as a cubic zirconia in silver. So it really had a lot of fire. So I got under a microscope and started noticing little symbols on the outside of the shank and did a little research into one of the marks, the dog head platinum, a French mark.
Bought as a simple imitation piece, this ring quietly conceals a far more sophisticated reality beneath its surface. At first glance, it appears to be a single, large, sparkling stone. Yet closer inspection reveals a complex multi-stone construction set in platinum, confirmed by the French dog's head hallmark, introduced around 1912 as a guarantee of platinum quality. The design reflects early 20th century craftsmanship, likely dating to the 1920s, 1930s, when jewelers favored geometric precision and optical illusion. Rather than a single gem, the ring features a central diamond of approximately 1.5 carats, surrounded by smaller trapezoidal diamonds arranged in stepped layers. This arrangement creates the visual effect of a much larger stone, producing a distinctive and dynamic brilliance. Testing confirms that the stones are genuine diamonds, not cubic zirconia. The overall visual impact suggests a ring in the 8 to 10 carat range, though the weight is distributed across multiple stones. This method of construction was both artistic and practical, maximizing visual presence without relying on a single large diamond.
It's a style of ring that could be as early as 1920s, 1930s. Altogether, given the carat weight, in a retail setting, I would say a conservative selling price would be in the $25,000 to $30,000 price range.
Amazing. Amazing. I am shocked and happy. This is great.
My grandmother, when she passed away, left me all of her jewelry. I'm the only grandchild in the family, and she was quite a gal, and this was probably one of the most beautiful things that she left me.
Some inheritances carry more than beauty. They carry the echo of an entire era. The moment this ring is placed before me, it reveals not just elegance, but the refined world of New York society in the early 20th century, where style and status were inseparable. This remarkable piece was crafted by Tiffany & Co., one of the most prestigious names in jewelry history. Dating to the 1920s, it exemplifies the sophistication of Art Deco design, where geometry, luxury materials, and bold visual statements converge. At its center lies a striking Ceylon star sapphire, sourced from what is now Sri Lanka, weighing approximately 25 carats, an impressive size even by historical standards. What distinguishes this gemstone is its optical phenomenon known as asterism, where a six-rayed star appears across the surface when exposed to light. The sharpness and clarity of this star significantly influence the gem's value, and in this case, the effect is both vivid and well-defined. The sapphire's rich blue tone further enhances its desirability, aligning with the most sought-after qualities in star sapphires. The mounting is executed entirely in platinum and adorned with diamonds, including a refined detail beneath the setting where additional diamonds are placed out of immediate view, a hallmark of high-end craftsmanship from the period. Originally, such bold star sapphire rings were often worn by men, but jewelers like Tiffany reinterpreted the design to appeal to women, resulting in pieces that balance strength with elegance.
All these things are pluses for it. A ring like that in today's market could easily be sold for somewhere in retail and $25,000 to $35,000.
Oh, that's wonderful. My children would be happy to know that.
This ring belonged to my grandmother, and she passed away in 1981. Before that time, she was quite a fancy lady, loved to wear her rings and her blings, got her hair done every week, got her nails done, and put her rings on and went out.
Some heirlooms do not announce their value with grandeur, but reveal it quietly, hidden in the folds of memory. This ring, discovered wrapped in tissue inside a grandmother's coat pocket, carries not only sentimental weight, but the unmistakable signature of early 20th century craftsmanship. Based on its design and construction, the ring dates to the 1920s, likely of American origin, a period deeply influenced by the geometric elegance of the Art Deco movement. At its center sits an old European cut diamond, weighing just under 3 carats, a cut known for its softer brilliance and hand-finished facets, predating the precision of modern diamond cutting. Surrounding the central stone are additional old European cut and single-cut diamonds, creating a layered sparkle that reflects the craftsmanship of the era. Framing the composition are 2 linear channels of sapphires, adding both contrast and depth to the design. While a few sapphires are missing, a sign of regular wear by its original owner, such restoration is relatively straightforward and does not significantly diminish the overall value. Intricate piercings along the gallery further demonstrate the jeweler's attention to detail, guiding the viewer's eye fluidly across the piece.
So we don't know who made it. I would insure this at $25,000.
$25,000. Okay. Wow. That's a beautiful ring. $25,000. Okay. Wow. That's a beauty. Yeah. Jenny, gee whiz. Woo, Grandma. Thank you.
All I know about it is that it belonged to an aunt of my mom who had no children and so passed on her goodies to various nieces and nephews. She was a wealthy woman who traveled in Europe a great deal, and she was glamorous. So then it came to me, and I've always been fascinated with it.
Some pieces captivate not through grandeur alone, but through their sheer individuality, and this ring is a striking example. Passed down from a sophisticated and well-traveled relative who moved through European circles with elegance, it carries with it both personal history and an unmistakable sense of character. Dating to approximately 1840 to 1855, the ring belongs to the Georgian era in England and represents what is traditionally known as a sweetheart or lover's ring. These pieces often symbolized romantic union, typically designed with paired hearts and gemstones reflecting the bond between 2 individuals. Yet here, convention gives way to something far more distinctive. At the center sit 2 intricately carved cameos, one fashioned from opal and the other from hardstone. Instead of classical portraits or mythological imagery, the subject matter reveals a pair of monkey faces, an extraordinarily rare and whimsical choice. Such iconography strongly suggests a custom commission, likely intended to reflect the personality or humor of its original owner. Surrounding these central elements are vibrant emeralds and rubies, enhancing both visual richness and symbolic depth. The reverse side displays a finely fluted backing, a construction detail consistent with Georgian craftsmanship, combining structural integrity with decorative sophistication.
If you went into a very good estate jewelry shop, you could expect to pay close to $20,000 for this. I know. This is remarkable.
Heavens!
This is one of the most interesting pieces I've seen in the roadshow in a long time. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
It's monkey time.
I'm a little verklempt. I'll never wear it again.
Just be more careful when you wear it, that's all.
I was given the ring by my Aunt Margaret. She was a teenager when she got the ring. She showed horses, and Sarah Hines, who was the sister of H.J. Hines, asked her to show their horses for them. And since she was an amateur,
A single ring can tell a story of talent, opportunity, and quiet reward. This jade ring, once given to a young rider in recognition of her skill and dedication, stands today not only as a personal keepsake, but as a refined example of early 20th century jewelry design. Created around the late 1920s, the piece embodies the defining characteristics of Art Deco, with its structured composition and balanced visual rhythm. At its center is a jade cabochon, polished, smooth, rather than faceted, a traditional treatment that enhances the stone's natural color and texture. Jade, unlike faceted gemstones, is valued for its depth of tone and internal character, qualities extensively studied within gemology. The jade itself presents a pleasing green hue with slight natural inclusions, features that are acceptable and often expected in antique jade. The mounting is executed in platinum, a durable and prestigious metal of the period designed to withstand regular wear. Surrounding accent stones, including sapphires, contribute subtle detail, though one sapphire is now missing, and replacing it would require precise custom cutting to match the originals. There is also evidence that the jade may have been removed from its setting at some point, a factor worth noting, though it does not significantly detract from the overall integrity of the ring. What truly elevates this piece is the quality and likely untreated nature of the jade, as stones from this era were typically not enhanced, making them increasingly desirable in today's market.
I think today you're probably looking at $15,000 to $20,000 to have this ring replaced. And I think if you had to sell it to buy a horse at auction, you're probably in the $10,000 to $12,000 range today.
Wow, that's amazing. So it was maybe like a few years ago. My parents live out in the country, a couple hours from St. Louis, and it was at an estate sale. I thought it was really cool looking, the colors. It was about $200.
Discovered at an unassuming estate sale for a modest sum, this ring reveals itself as a far more significant object upon closer examination, embodying the artistry and cross-cultural influences of the early 20th century. Crafted around 1905, the piece is composed of 1/8 carat yellow gold, richly accented with enamel, diamonds, and a central cabochon ruby. Its flowing lines and organic elegance firmly place it within the Art Nouveau movement, a period defined by its fascination with nature and exotic influences. The design itself draws heavily from Mughal-inspired aesthetics, evident in its sculptural form reminiscent of a turban and its vibrant color palette. At the heart of the ring lies a smooth, unfaceted ruby with a saturated pinkish-red hue. This cabochon cut emphasizes depth of color over brilliance, and stones of this character are often associated with origins in Burma, a region historically renowned for producing some of the world's finest rubies. Surrounding the center stone, vivid green enamel and bright accent diamonds create a striking contrast, showcasing a high level of craftsmanship. Equally important is the maker's mark, Marcus & Co., a distinguished American jewelry house founded in 1892 by Herman Marcus, who previously worked for Tiffany & Co. Known for their mastery of enamel and their ability to incorporate global design influences, Marcus & Co. pieces are highly regarded among collectors. Their use of high-quality gemstones further supports the likelihood that the ruby is of exceptional origin.
For the day, I would say at auction today, it would be worth between $7,000 and $10,000.
Whoa, no way. Oh my gosh. Wow. Whoa.
So I'd say that was a pretty good buy. It does have a chip. Because of what it is, the chip doesn't make it worth any less.
Thank you.
Of course.
Day maker. Gotta insure that, honey.
Yeah, absolutely. And for insurance, often
Okay.
double. I mean, I would say
Yeah.
for an insurance value, closer to $20,000 would be reasonable.
Wow.
Well, my mother used to collect loose stones when she traveled around the world, and she was in Australia. And she decided she wanted to buy a black opal while she was there.
Do you happen to know how much your mother paid for the stone itself in Australia?
I have no idea.
Collected during a journey across continents, this ring begins with a loose gemstone acquired in Australia, the natural home of the world's finest black opals. At its center is a striking black opal, a gemstone prized for its deep body tone and shifting play of color, characteristics that distinguish it from more common white opals. While the stone displays an appealing spectrum, It lacks the intense flashes of red or orange that define the most valuable specimens, yet it remains an elegant and desirable example of its kind. The mounting introduces a different chapter in the piece's history. Designed in what is commonly referred to as a ballerina setting, the surrounding diamonds radiate outward in a soft, undulating pattern reminiscent of a dancer's tutu. This style gained popularity in the mid to late 20th century, particularly from the 1960s through the 1980s, suggesting that the opal was set into its current form sometime during that period. The craftsmanship is notable for its intricate arrangement of smaller stones, which create a sense of movement and enhance the visual drama of the central gem. Although the maker remains unidentified, the design reflects broader trends in jewelry from that era, where expressive settings were used to elevate colored gemstones. In evaluating black opals, color play is the most critical factor, often outweighing size. Stones that exhibit vivid flashes of red command the highest premiums, followed by those with orange and green tones. In this case, while the color profile is more subdued, the overall composition of the ring remains highly attractive.
Nonetheless, you probably have to pay $12,000 to $15,000 in a retail setting to buy this ring today.
Holy Outback.
A ring given to me by my late husband, and he inherited it from his mother in 1975. I believe that she bought it when she lived in New York City. I've been told it's a carved emerald with rubies and diamonds on it. I don't know if the setting is white gold or platinum.
A single glance is enough to sense that this is no ordinary ring, its presence defined not by flawless brilliance, but by a deep layered history waiting to be uncovered. Passed down through generations and originally acquired in New York, the piece invites closer examination, where craftsmanship and cultural legacy begin to reveal themselves. At the center lies an impressive carved emerald, estimated at 20 to 25 carats. Unlike faceted stones valued for clarity, this emerald embraces its inclusions, which not only attest to its natural origin, but also make the carving process significantly more complex. The delicate floral engravings suggest an artistic lineage that traces back to the Mughal Empire, where rulers such as Shah Jahan commissioned carved gemstones as symbolic talismans. By the early 20th century, these historic stones were reinterpreted in Western jewelry. Houses like Cartier became known for resetting Mughal emeralds into bold geometric compositions aligned with the Art Deco aesthetic. This ring reflects that transition, combining a platinum mounting with diamond and ruby accents that frame the organic carving with structured elegance. No signature is visible, likely lost through resizing and years of wear, yet the construction and style strongly suggest influence from high-end ateliers of the period. Condition issues, including chips to the emerald and one ruby, indicate that the ring was worn and cherished, adding another layer to its narrative.
And because it's so pretty and so interesting, that it is worth between $8,000 and $10,000, even in this condition, if it were signed Cartier or Tiffany.
Yeah.
The price would be $30,000 to $50,000.
Wow.
So I'm going to give you a task.
My great-great-aunt was a traveling companion to a very wealthy woman, Charlotte Cardiza. They traveled the world for many, many years, and one of their voyages was on the Titanic. Charlotte, my great-great-aunt Annie, and Charlotte's son Tom were dining when they got the call that this ship was sinking, and they did survive. They were on lifeboat number 19.
In the aftermath of survival tied to the Titanic disaster, the object began its transformation into something far more meaningful. The man who had worn the original cufflinks chose to have them crafted into two rings, one for his mother and one for himself, turning personal adornment into a lasting symbol of endurance and gratitude. In time, he gifted his own ring to a relative who, according to family lore, had once been willing to give up her place on the lifeboat for him. From that moment, the piece became a cherished heirloom, preserved across generations. The ring itself reveals a thoughtful and highly skilled conversion. The upper portion, originally the cufflink dating to around 1910, centers on a striking emerald-cut emerald. Its rich green tone and internal characteristics strongly suggest a Colombian origin, widely regarded as the most desirable source for emeralds. Surrounding the stone are transitional cut diamonds, reflecting a stylistic shift between old mine-cut and old European cut, consistent with early 20th century jewelry. The band, added later in the late 1910s to early 1920s, is executed in a combination of yellow gold and platinum. Its finely pierced design demonstrates exceptional craftsmanship and aligns with early Art Deco aesthetics. An engraved inscription marking April 15, 1912 further anchors the ring in its historical narrative, elevating it beyond a decorative object into a personal document of survival.
Especially when paired with such a fine Art Deco cufflink. At auction today, I would expect it to bring somewhere in the $6,000 to $8,000 range.
Hey, wow. All right.
This ring came to me by way of my mother-in-law's death.
Okay.
And my husband received it in a velvet drawstring bag with a few other things. And we saw my mother-in-law wear it often. So we never saw it off to look at the bag, to see if we knew anything about it.
At first glance, this ring was dismissed as mere costume jewelry, yet a closer examination reveals a far more compelling story hidden beneath its surface. Passed down through family hands and worn without full understanding of its significance, it now emerges as a remarkable example of early 20th century design and gemstone artistry. The centerpiece is an impressive emerald, weighing just under 20 carats, cut as a cabochon rather than faceted. This choice reflects both necessity and skill, as emeralds are typically heavily included, making traditional faceting difficult. Despite these inclusions, the stone displays a vivid, saturated green, strongly suggesting an origin from Colombia, long regarded as the premier source for emeralds of this quality. Enhancing its visual impact is a foil-backed construction, with a platinum backing that intensifies the light passing through the stone, amplifying its color and brilliance. Surrounding the emerald are approximately 2.5 carats of antique-cut diamonds, consistent with early 20th century workmanship and further supporting its dating. Although the ring bears no maker's mark, its construction suggests either American or English origin. The overall design, material choice, and gemstone treatment align with fine jewelry practices of the period, far removed from the notion of costume adornment.
I would give it a conservative estimate somewhere in the neighborhood of $6,000 to $8,000.
Oh, my stars. Oh,
and expect that it could maybe do more.
Oh, that's just amazing.
Good.
Costume, right?
Yeah,
that's just
not so much.
amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I brought in a ring that I found at an estate sale a couple months ago. It was a dark room, it was a junk jewelry bin, and it had a $5 price tag, and I just thought it was cool, so I picked it up. When I got to better lighting, I saw little markings, so I investigated a little bit further, and it kind of piqued my interest even more from what I saw.
Sometimes, the most unassuming items in estate sales can reveal themselves as hidden masterpieces, and this ring is a striking example. At first glance, it appeared to be a modestly priced piece, but careful inspection uncovered the Cartier signature, 8-carat gold markings, and the name of the renowned designer Din Van, who worked for Cartier in the 1950s before opening his own atelier in 1965. What makes this ring truly extraordinary is its innovative 3-in-1 construction. The piece separates into two parts, combining 1/8 carat white gold on the top with 1/8 carat yellow gold on the bottom. This inventive design is characteristic of Din Van, who was known for pushing the boundaries of traditional jewelry with playful, unconventional shapes while maintaining elegance and sophistication. The craftsmanship is impeccable. The ring demonstrates both technical precision and artistic creativity, making it stand out even among other Din Van pieces. While similar rings by Din Van have appeared at retail, none match this exact configuration, further emphasizing its uniqueness.
I was looking up for similar rings from Din Van for Cartier, and I found other rings like this, but not the exact same thing. And those were selling at retail for $6,000 to $8,000.
Oh, wow.
I would definitely put that ring in with that group because it is so unique and so different. That's quite the $5
Yeah,
find.
you can't beat that. That's pretty good return.
I'd never seen anything like that unscrews, and I've seen quite a few bits of jewelry in my day.
Oh, that's so cool. That's cool to know.
Inherited it from my mother-in-law, who inherited it from her aunt, and her aunt lived in Chicago, and it was purchased there, I'd assume around the 1920s, but I don't know. My mother-in-law gave it to me before she passed away. I just absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite things, and I think that I assume it's jade.
This remarkable ring stands out as a rare example of mid-20th century American jewelry design, combining both artistry and innovation. The centerpiece is a finely carved jade stone, held securely within an oxidized steel setting, a hallmark of George Turner Marsh, whose San Francisco store, founded in 1876, became synonymous with inventive and unconventional jewelry. Marsh was known for blending unexpected materials, often pairing steel with diamonds, pearls, coral, or jade, but pieces featuring jade are among the rarest. The oxidized steel, identifiable by its magnetic property, provides a dark, dramatic contrast that enhances the vibrant green of the jade, while the side diamonds contribute a subtle brilliance that frames the stone elegantly. Although unmarked, the ring is instantly recognizable through its distinctive form, meticulous craftsmanship, and thoughtful combination of materials. With its rarity, historical significance, and unique design, this piece exemplifies the artistic vision of Marsh jewelry.
On the retail level, this ring, with jade being rare as it is, would sell in today's market for about $7,500.
Well, I have worn it and enjoyed it, and I will continue to do that. Thank you.
It's a far cry from $350.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
A little off.
My grandmother saw it in a jewelry store window in San Francisco in the early 1920s or before, and she was quite taken with it, and she bought it. And she called it a poison dart ring, but apparently there are no darts involved.
How did she come to the idea that it's a poison dart ring?
It has a little hole in it through which apparently there used to be a button.
At first encounter, this ring captivates, not with clarity or brilliance, but with an air of mystery that suggests a hidden purpose beyond ornament. Acquired in San Francisco in the early 20th century, it was long believed to be a poison dart ring, though closer examination reveals a more nuanced and historically grounded identity. This piece is best understood as a creation of the Renaissance revival, likely produced in England between 1860 and 1900. Crafted in heavy 1/8 carat gold, it takes the sculptural form of a salamander or frog, an exotic motif associated with transformation and symbolism. The surface is set with rose-cut and table-cut diamonds, deliberately echoing gemstone styles of the 15th and 16th centuries. Unlike true Renaissance jewelry, which is typically lightweight and hollow, this ring is solid and substantial, indicating its later origin. It opens to reveal a concealed compartment, confirming its function as a poison ring in design. Additional refinement appears in the enamel work, including champlevé techniques in green and blue, blending revivalist aesthetics with elements of the arts and crafts style.
This ring would take an estimate in the range of $5,000 to $7,000.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
It's not for sale.
It's, as far as I know, a carved sapphire, marked Cartier. I got it for a birthday one year, found it at a flea market in our area.
Okay.
My husband got it for me, just fell in love with it.
This exquisite ring immediately captivates with its delicately carved sapphire, a testament to Cartier's fascination with Indian-inspired gemstones in the early 20th century. Likely created between 1920 and 1925, the sapphire features an intricate floral motif set within platinum shoulders, accented by small triangular diamonds. The ring's design is further enhanced by a band of black enamel that almost bezel sets the stone, highlighting the craftsmanship and attention to detail characteristic of Cartier's New York atelier. Marked with Cartier's signature and composed of platinum with 1/4 carat white gold, this piece balances elegance and artistry. Its combination of a rare carved Ceylon sapphire, fine enamel work, and period-appropriate diamonds makes it a distinctive example of early 20th century haute jewelry.
I would say auction estimate would be between $5,000 and $7,000.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Great, thank you.
It's a family piece. The stone was originally purchased at the World's Fair in San Francisco Bay at Treasure Island. And then it was set as a ring by Granite Brothers in San Francisco.
Well, it's a really beautiful piece, and it's interesting that the stone was purchased separately from the setting. And that's what makes it a little bit more interesting than just the average jade stone.
Few pieces capture both personal memory and historical context as gracefully as this jade ring, whose story begins at the Golden Gate International Exposition on Treasure Island. Acquired as a loose stone during that moment of global optimism, it was later transformed into a finished jewel, preserving both its origin and its sentimental lineage. What makes this ring particularly compelling is the separation between stone and setting. The jade itself, purchased independently, is a substantial, finely polished cabochon with a rich green tone, a key factor in determining its desirability. Given its acquisition date in the late 1930s, it is highly likely that the stone remains untreated, predating the widespread enhancement techniques such as dyeing or impregnation that became common in later decades. This greatly strengthens its standing among jade collectors, where natural color is paramount. The setting, crafted by Granite Brothers, reflects the refined aesthetics of early Art Deco design. Executed in platinum and accented with diamonds, it provides a clean geometric framework that complements rather than overwhelms the jade. Granite Brothers were known for their high-quality craftsmanship, and this mounting exemplifies their ability to harmonize modern design with a traditional gemstone.
Jade is very, very popular right now. And the greener it is, the more value it has. At auction today, an auction is a fair market value. We would probably use an estimate of about $4,000 to $6,000.
Oh my.
This is a ring that belonged to Joe Ironman McGinnity. He is a Hall of Famer, and this ring was given to my great-great-great-grandfather. He was the brother-in-law of Joe. It was passed down to my dad and then now to me.
Few objects carry both historical charm and a personal connection to a legendary figure, and this ring is one of them. Passed down through generations of a family closely tied to Joe McGinnity, known as Iron Man, it blends intimate provenance with the enduring appeal of antique design. The ring itself reflects a long-standing tradition of serpent motifs in jewelry, symbols of eternity, wisdom, and protection that date back thousands of years. Their popularity surged in the 19th century after Prince Albert presented Queen Victoria with a snake engagement ring in 1839, establishing the style as a defining feature of the Victorian era. This particular example likely dates from the late 19th to early 20th century and shows characteristics of English manufacture. It combines 1/5-carat gold with early platinum elements, a transitional hallmark of the period. At its center sits an old European cut diamond of approximately 0.35 carats, flanked by a ruby and a sapphire, each just under half a carat. The absence of hallmarks is not unusual, as repeated resizing and repairs often erase such details over time. From a material and stylistic standpoint, the ring is a fine example of late Victorian craftsmanship. However, its connection to Joe McGinnity adds an additional layer of value. While it is not a sports award piece, provenance linked to a Hall of Fame figure can enhance desirability, contributing a modest premium in the marketplace.
I think it adds 10% more to the value. So for auction purposes, I would say $3,000 to $4,000.
Wow, that's great. I ended up bringing my ring that was my grandmother's that I got in 1999. And it just pretty much stays in my jewelry box most of the time. And she got it from her sister, whose husband was an estate attorney in Chicago. So they think that's where it came from.
Okay.
And that's all I know about it.
A striking example of Victorian artistry, this ring immediately draws the eye with its vibrant, deep relief carnelian cameo. Crafted from rich coral and set in warm 1/8-carat gold, the piece showcases the era's fascination with intricate cameos. Popular between 1837 and 1901 under Queen Victoria's influence. Subtle European cut diamonds totaling about 1/4 of a carat add a refined sparkle, while touches of platinum reflect early adoption of modern metals in fine jewelry. What makes this ring particularly enchanting are the 2 cabochon emeralds, cleverly set as eyes within the carving, giving the piece a playful personality. The craftsmanship and combination of materials clearly distinguish it from costume jewelry, highlighting its authenticity and historical value.
Oh, well, it's most definitely not costume jewelry. At auction, I would say that this ring would be in there for $2,000 to $3,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So, most definitely not costume jewelry.
No.